Hi ladies, my name is Sandra. I run a YouTube channel on AI and entrepreneurship that you can check here. I am super excited today to collaborate with women in AI on something that I'm personally very excited about, which is working towards increasing the diversity in the AI space and especially increasing the female leadership roles in it. You will probably not be surprised if I tell you that women are underrepresented in the AI field, but did you have an idea to what degree? Over the last couple of years, less than 3% of all funding raised in the startup community was raised by female founders, which is a huge discrepancy. At the top of that, less than 14% of all AI researchers globally are female. Luckily, these numbers are changing, and I think we are on the good path to increasing the female presence in the field. I think it's good to have in mind some inspiration when we do that, and luckily there is no shortage of fabulous female leaders in the space. So today I want to introduce you to 11 amazing women in the AI field and their impressive and, what's equally important, very diverse careers. So let's get going. Number 1. Joybologna. Joybologna has been aptly described as the conscience of the AI revolution. What started as an innocent art project while she was still an MIT graduate student turned into pioneering work on algorithmic bias that showed the world gender and racial prejudices embedded in the facial recognition systems. Joy's inspiring work has been portrayed in recent Netflix documentary Coded Bias, which I recommend you to check out. Back in 2016, Joy was trying to use facial recognition software for her art project and found that she wasn't able to because the models did not recognize her face. Further research showed that algorithms are best fit to recognize only one group, which is white males, while every other group had a lower accuracy. The least one, including Bologna herself, black females. In 2020, Amazon, IBM, and Microsoft suspended their facial recognition technology as a result of Joy's research. Big tech companies realized their software is not yet fit for the wider public use. Bologna advances her goals of identifying and addressing social implications of AI technology via a non-profit called Algorithmic Justice League. Number 2. Claire Delaney. Claire has held technical leadership positions at many of the most iconic Silicon Valley organizations, from SRI to Google to Uber to Nvidia. She was also the co-founder and head of engineering at Otto, the famous autonomous trucking startup. In her current role as VP of engineering at Nvidia, Delaney is focused on building the tools and platforms to enable the deployment of autonomous machines at scale. Number 3. Rihanna El Calubi. Rihanna El Calubi, and forgive me here if I don't pronounce her name correctly, has dedicated her career to making AI more emotionally intelligent. She is recognized as the pioneer of the field of emotion AI. In 2009, she co-founded startup Affectiva, a spin-out from MIT, to develop machine learning systems capable of understanding human emotions. Today, its technology is being used by 25% of Fortune 500 companies for media analytics, consumer behavioral research, and automotive use cases. Number 4. Daphne Koller. Daphne Koller has been a professor at Stanford since 1995, focused on machine learning. In 2012, she co-founded Coursera startup with her fellow professor Andrew Ng. Coursera is today a $2.6 billion edtech juggernaut. Koller's most recent undertaking is co-founding and becoming CEO of Insitro, a startup that applies machine learning to transform the drug discovery and development process. Insitro has raised roughly $250 million funding from Andreessen Horowitz and other prominent investors. Number 5. Feifei Lee. Few individuals have left more of a mark on the AI in 21st century than Feifei Lee. As a young Princeton professor in 2007, Lee started the ImageNet project, a database of millions of labeled images that changed the entire trajectory of AI. ImageNet's massive datasets played a key role in unleashing the AI's potential. When Geoff Hinton and his team debuted their neural network-based model trained on ImageNet for the ImageNet competition in 2012, the modern era of deep learning was born. Since then, Lee has become a tenured professor at Stanford, served as a chief scientist of AI at Google Cloud, headed Stanford's AI lab, joined the board of directors at Twitter, co-founded the prominent nonprofit AI for All, and launched Stanford's Human-Centered AI Institute. Across these many leadership positions, Lee has always advocated for a more inclusive, equitable, and human approach to AI. Number 6. Anna Patterson. Anna Patterson has led an amazing career building AI products both at tech giants and at startups. Patterson joined Google in 2004 and for many years has led company's effort in artificial intelligence as VP of Engineering. In 2017, she launched Google's AI venture capital fund, Gradient Ventures, where today she invests in early-stage AI startups. She is the board member of a number of promising AI startups, including Labelbox, Test AI, and Algorithmia. She is also a board director at publicly traded company Square. Number 7. Daniela Rus. Daniela Rus is one of the world's leading roboticists. She is an MIT professor and the first female head of MIT's Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence Lab, one of the most prestigious and largest artificial intelligence research facilities in the world. Rus' groundbreaking research has advanced the state-of-the-art in networked collaborative robots that can work together and interact with one another, self-reconfigurable robots that can autonomously change their structure and adapt to the environment, and soft robots without a rigid body. Number 8. Shaivon Sillies. Shaivon Sillies has spent time on the leadership teams of several companies at the AI's cutting edge: OpenAI, Neuralink, Tesla, and Bloomberg Beta. She is the youngest board member at OpenAI, the pioneering company behind breakthroughs such as GPT-3. Currently at Neuralink, Elon Musk's effort to create a brain-computer interface, Sillies works on top priority initiatives in the office of the CEO. Number 9. Wiktoria Krakowna. Wiktoria Krakowna has gained numerous distinctions for her accomplishments in mathematical competitions, such as silver medal at International Mathematical Olympiad and Elizabeth Lowell Putnam Prize. She is a research scientist at DeepMind, working on the long-term AI safety. In her work, she is investigating how to set good incentives for the advanced AI systems that might be developed in the future. She is the co-founder of Future of Life Institute, a non-profit working on mitigating the technological risks for humanity and increasing the chances of a positive future. Number 10. Falla Fatemi. At 19, while still a student, Fatemi managed to land a full-time job at Google. She spent 6 years there, cutting her teeth in several departments, including driving sales strategy and operations for company's core product AdWords, and YouTube's business development and partnership teams focused on areas like live streaming, sports, and games. In 2015, she founded the enterprise software startup Node, using AI and cutting-edge data crunching to help corporate sales and marketing teams. In 2020, after raising a total funding of $40 million led by the billionaire and Shark Tank investor Mark Cuban, Falla Fatemi successfully exited Node and sold it to Sugar CRM. Since then, Falla has moved on to new adventures, of which we will probably hear quite soon. Number 11. Shruti Gandhi. Shruti Gandhi has worked in data for over a decade. She is the engineer and founder of WAI Ventures, with 6 exits to companies such as Apple, PayPal, and Samsung, with 10x returns. Gandhi is also a computer science professor at Columbia University. WAI Ventures leads first-round investments in AI and data companies that solve problems for the enterprises in every vertical, from health to fintech to general AI and developers tools. The fund helps founders to focus on their go-to-market strategy, which Gandhi believes to be the key to unlock the success for the next stages. Alright, that is the end of our list. I hope you found it inspirational. Let us know in the comment section below which person inspired you the most, and perhaps you know somebody else that should be included in the list. Thanks again to Women in AI for the lovely collab, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!